125 two smoker versus 450 fart blowers. So we're on Razorback, woo pig suey boy. You know what I'm saying? So to add a little bit of icing on the cake here, a little bit of Ric Flair drip go woo on the bitch, we're going to give them a 20-second head start. And I'm doing 5 laps on this. Obviously, they're on all time. So we'll see if I can catch them in 5 laps. I'm not really sure if I'm really going to be able to do that. I don't know. I haven't actually tested this before, but let's go ahead and take off. So one thing I did notice going back to playing Reflex is the collision in this game. You really start to understand how different it is from like MXGP Pro. You know, the collision in this game, it actually feels like motocross collision. You know, when you run into somebody, you feel like you're actually impacting something. You feel like there's actually a risk of crashing, and it feels a bit more consistent when you do run into somebody at a certain speed. But with MXGP Pro, you really start to understand how that is more of a bumper car simulator, and you feel like you could just sit there and rub up against somebody for 10 years straight and nothing's ever going to happen. And I don't know, there's a certain level of making it feel like there's not much of a game whenever you can do that on a dirt bike, motocross video game where you can just sit there and collide with somebody forever and nothing happens. I don't know. It just gives it a very weird feeling. So I'm going to have to get in a little bit of focus mode here and not have these dudes run into me like this. Oh, that was really freaking close. Yeah, I basically set myself up to have no room for error. No mistakes can be made here. It's going to be a little bit more tricky to win up against 450s on a 125, but on a motocross track, because I can't really separate myself in as many areas as I could like on on one of those supercross tracks where I could really like start hitting the 450 quad lines and stuff on a 125. Can't really do that on a motocross track here, so it's just going to have to be raw, just wide open, never let off this throttle, man, and try to angle myself properly. There is one little rhythm on this that you can hit. Don't really know. I think I'm just going to go like this. Whoa, I guess kind of cheated there a little bit. My bad, dudes. Okay, gonna have to get on the brakes here. Didn't really mean to jack that up as much as I did, but okay, so coming around. What is this? About to be lap 2 when I get back around. Oh, dude. I don't know if I can get to the front here, man. So there's only 12 people that I have to pass, but if I crash, it's going to be grass to the ass, okay? Like, I can't really... It's going to be tough to catch some dudes way out front there if I have any big mistakes like that. Got to avoid those little collision incidences. So, yeah, man, I've rode about a trillion, million, cajillion laps on this track in the past on the console version of Reflex. So, yeah, definitely got a little bit of experience here with this bad boy. There's that one really fun, like, berm rut type of thing. Super big. You never have to let off. Feel like you're just absolutely railing around it on a 450 for sure. The 125 is not really going to get that level of top speed to give you the same feeling, but let's see. So, it's kind of cool how you, like... You sweep around. Fuck! I knew that was going to happen right there. That's that little tricky section where if you, your foot will drag right there because you like go down in that little rut. Okay, this has become a little bit more tricky than I was expecting. Okay, let's try to focus a little bit more on the gameplay, not so much on the commentary. Fuck! Oh my god, man. I swear that happens so much in this game. So I have to lift up on the bike just a little bit on that jump. Trying to get my angle right here. Haven't even really got like warmed up yet on this game. Like Reflex warmed up, you know what I'm saying? Only rode one little race on this track just to even see if it was like remotely possible. So then that's why I went ahead and added the 20-second head start for him at the beginning. Try to make it a little bit more of a challenge because I was already in the front on like lap 3 without doing it. So I thought, well, let's just go in there and go ahead and do that. We're behind Villa Pinoto, so maybe we can catch up. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Oh, double block. Ooh. All right. I mean, it's like I just got to get my head on straight for some of these rhythm sections, man. If I can do that, I can catch up. Like, it's not going to be that hard. 5th. But I set myself up in a way to where I didn't give myself a whole lot of time. So, it's going to be interesting. I may be passing the dude on the very last lap or something like that. Go ahead and hit this inside. Screw trying to go around the outside there. think we'll probably save time going on the inside. I know you can jump all the way down that motherfucker on a 450 down into the water. Like, you can basically triple down into the water. That's one of those crazy huge reflex only kind of lines that you can hit. You know, you'd never be able to hit lines like that in any other motocross game. Now with the 125 on a motocross track, you're really not going to be able to hit all that much of those crazy big lines or anything. So I'm just going to have to get up there with raw speed, raw talent here. It's about all I can do. But I mean, shit, that's second place right there. So let's see if we can actually hit this silly section. See, that's the difference. Like MXGP Pro, you would not be able. I mean, if you ran into somebody like that, nothing would happen. You just bounce. That's what's kind of got me off on my collision here a little bit. Is I've so used to MXGP Pro where you can just hit everybody and not even worry about it. But this game, there's actual like collision. There's actual. You gotta freaking think about what you're doing a little bit. And they don't ride quite as consistent in this game. You see how they're kind of making mistakes up here? It feels a bit more realistic to me. This game does on its, AI rider, the way they actually react and stuff, versus MXGP Pro, where it's like they do not change any lines, they don't move, they don't crash. It just gives you a very, very basic, very just simplistic racing feeling to it. So we got first place inside here. As long as I don't make any little weird mistakes, we should be okay. Triple there, finally hitting that little line. As long as we don't like accidentally overjump something or come up short and pop off here, should be okay. Alright, going for the pass. Oh! Like that right there, dude. Wow. He went for like a straight up fucking Chad Reed takeout, dog. Oh my gosh. Felt like I was playing like a real player right there. That was crazy. Okay, not going to quite get down the hill. Kind of felt like, dude, he wasn't even going to turn. Like, where the hell was he going? He was like literally like, it's like he got a heat-seeking missile device planted in him, like going straight towards my bike, dude. Oh my gosh. Like, I know this Bumblebee is making some racket, but god dang, man. Like, he was going right after me. Okay, we got basically a lap and a half here. So, as you can see, like, it's not too bad going in here and doing 125 versus 450 all time and 20-second head start. Like, as long as you're wide open on that gas on a 125, you'll be all right. That's that little corner I was telling you about. You know, when you hit that wide open banging on a 450, it feels like you're warping to another dimension. So that's a really fun feeling that you can get on this track. Whoa, we overjumped that. Oof. Okay. Yeah, a couple little sections on this track get pretty wet. Like this little, whatever this is, red clay, whatever. There's actually a couple different fills to me. Like there's a couple different actual traction fillings to the dirt, right? So you got like a couple of drier spots, and then you got a little bit more wet spots in some areas where it feels like it's like, you know, actually pretty soupy on the track. You gotta be a little bit more careful of the bike sliding out on you, especially on the actual standing water sections like this right here. Okay, let's see. Jump up over that. As long as we don't make any mistakes, we should be able to glide this right on in for the win. You can quad up over that on a 450. I know that line for sure. Now we're starting to feel it. I was riding kind of slow there at the beginning. Wasn't really getting into it. Now I'm starting to feel this 125 speed. The 125, it's like you can take it to a whole nother level if you just carry your momentum, you know. That's the whole trick to it. You can take it to a 450 speed level if you'll just carry that momentum properly, man. That's what it's all about. Okay. You know, you got to be able to take outsides without spinning like that and losing all your speed. And there definitely is a lot of tricks to reflex with being able to do that in the corners with your leaning without spinning out like that. But we got this W in the bag, dude. Okay. Still hitting the same lines, going outside here, trying to carry. See, like that right there, that little slide like that. When you play reflex a lot, that doesn't happen. Like you're able to control that. You're able to get the bike going in the right direction. And to me, reflex has always felt like one of those games where the lean back is something that you really start getting used to in the game. Like you start learning how to lean back, lean back over, like when you come up out of a corner. You know, you really, it's like the rider mass distribution really has a feeling in this game, whereas on a lot of arcade motocross games just doesn't really feel like there's much to it. And like right there, me actually hucking up over that, me actually pulling up on the handlebars before I come off the jump face, like kind of leaning forward, leaning back, pulling back, you know, it makes a difference on how far you're actually jumping. So, whereas most motocross games, doesn't even really matter what the hell you're doing over the jump face. It's only going to jump so far. But with this game, it actually feels like you have more bike control, man. Feels like you can do more with it, you know? And this isn't even claiming to be like a pro physics game. This isn't claiming to be any of that. This is just a normal arcade motocross game. So it's, you know, it's just kind of funny when they come out with like a MXGP Pro or something that's trying to act like it's next level, but really it's not even close to this, which is not even trying to be next level. It just, I don't know, man. It just cracks me up about it. I mean, I love that motocross games are trying, right? Like Milestone's trying to get it closer to that. Don't get my words twisted. I love that they're doing that. I have a lot of respect for them that they're trying to go down that road, but it's just, it's going to be hard for them, man, to ever get it better than this right here. I mean, this is the absolute monster, highest level standard of a arcade motocross game that you can possibly get. So either way, appreciate you guys watching all the video. Later, dude.